we're gonna go through the PC gaming real quick because I actually went to sleep on it.
I wanted to fall asleep. We were all just watching it just to get ready for Sony. That's all I meant to that.
Yeah. So the PC gaming show, there was.
I watched PC gaming. I thought I was asleep for that too.
I fell asleep after a certain announcement because that's all I needed to hear.
Oh, you're talking about the
Yakuza 0 and Kiwami coming to Switch.
Yes,
Steam.
I think that's the only thing people got out of that conference was Yakuza is going to be on PC. That was and Hitman. They did announce Hitman too.
Oh yes. Yeah, trust me, my dad threw a hit about wanting Hitman collection.
It was.
I'm like, I don't have the money for that shit, fucker.
let me remember. It was
Yakuza.
It was Yakuza 0 and Kiwami. It was also Shenmue 1 and 2 collection being announced for Steam as well.
Okay.
Valkyria Chronicles 4 also being announced for Steam.
I don't even know what that game is.
It's a RPG game series that focuses more on guns and whatnot.
Okay.
Or rather, war time.
Oh, people were interested.
War is hell.
And then I don't know what the last one. They announced like 5 titles from Sega.
I do remember Hitman 2 was being announced, and I think they're going to do the same thing as Hitman 1. They're going to do it episodic. I don't know. I think a lot of people liked it as episodic for the first one. And I think this time the setting is Miami. That's all we know.
Yeah. They announced like 5 games. It was...
that people were interested in compared to all the indie games that people watched.
I know Puyo Puyo Tetris is on Steam. Trailers. Hold on. I'm trying to refresh my memory.
How about that Tetris VR, anyone?
Flip that.
Alright, will do. Shining Resonance Refrain is the other one.
Okay, no idea.
That's it.
Yeah, so basically everybody can say most people kind of fell asleep.
Yeah. The only good thing about PC gaming show was Yakuza 0 and Kiwami being announced for Steam.
And Hitman 2. That was kind of weird.
And that's when I fell asleep because that's really all I needed to hear. That's really all I was interested in.
And we can
why watch it?
I think a lot of people could agree that the only reason we kind of watched it was because we were waiting on another conference, and it was the only way to stay awake.
Uh-huh.
So that was PC gaming. I mean, presentation-wise, it was fine. It was just boring to sit through a lot of it, especially with the developers. A lot of the developers looked really awkward.
Yeah.
So we'll go with that. But then came Sony, which I have mixed feelings about.
I know a certain person from our FC apparently compares it to EA for some reason.
I would not. No, they did better than EA, but I would say they did what they had to do. They mostly talked about 4 other games, and they did talk a little bit more.
To just casually post this in art for you to have a laugh over.
Oh, flip me.
What? Oh.
We're not talking about that yet.
Okay, we're not talking about that yet. Come on.
That's all for
Alright,
Nintendo.
anyways, Sony started off with Last of Us 2?
Yes, they did. They were showing off more of the gameplay and what Naughty Dog is doing. Naughty Dog has a good record with games, so I'm pretty excited for Last of Us 2. I did finish Last of Us 1, including the DLC. And I thought that
the one thing that really shocked me was the fact that people were more surprised over the fact of Ellie being confirmed as a lesbian.
That was actually kind of confirmed in.
Yeah, but here's the thing: Yeah, but here's the thing. You've seen more of people actually reacting more violently towards it, towards part 2, than they did for the DLC, which was like,
I was more of
They're-
a, if they're gonna go that route, they're gonna go that route. To be honest, I'm not really for that, but that's my opinion personally. That is my personal belief. Don't criticize me on that, you know. But I will still love you as like a brother and sister. You know, that's just my personal belief, and I'm gonna leave it at that. And that was not the bigger thing for me. The bigger thing was how gory the flipping thing was and how much Ellie was cussing. I mean, she did cuss a lot in 1, but dang, was she dropping F-bombs like nothing.
Right. It's looks interesting. Once again, I can't tell whether or not it's a if they actually showed off gameplay or
they
if it
did
was
actually.
just
It was the fighting.
Oh, was it? It looked more like a giant cutscene to me, honestly.
Well, that was because it didn't show off like the buttons or anything, but we'll see when it releases. I know Naughty Dog's really good about their games, so personally speaking, considering I have played most of the Uncharted games, and I have played The Last of Us 1, which was really good. So highly recommend play 1 before you get before 2, and we'll see how they develop Ellie. I'm really interested in how they develop it. I'm really surprised how they hide her scar now. Like she has like that vine tattoo. It was when it was first announced. I was really excited. So another thing they announced is that they're adding stuff to God of War 2018. I am confused.
Well, they've added a new game plus,
which they should have added in the first place for those who actually play the game.
And then as a certain member has abused it many, many times, photo mode.
What?
Photo mode was already there.
It was?
Yeah, it was already there.
Hello,
Grafl,
welcome back.
You are back for Sony.
Sweet.
So we are talking God of War right now. We just talked about The Last of Us. So what do you think about God of War all of a sudden getting a new game plus all of a sudden?
God of War?
Yes.
That's fun. I mean,
that's a thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a smaller thing, but whatever.
Yeah. And it's like, it's whatever, you know, if they want to add features to it, they can add features. To add new stuff or not.
Yeah. So, but did you play God of War? The newest one?
I have not played God of War, but I've watched playthroughs of it.
I have watched playthroughs of it as well. A lot of people, there are people who are mixed about it. There are people who really like it. So we'll continue on with that.
I mean, it's definitely, I guess the hate for it is definitely different from the entire series. But at the same time,
they did say it was going to be different. So
yeah. I mean, at the same time, though, with God of War, it's kind of that point where it has so many games where it's just a hack and slash. Like, at some point, you just need to change it up. And I think changing it up.
Yeah. So I was fine with that. So, moving on, we did get announcements from Sony. They did say they were gonna more focus on 4 games, which I was fine with. You know, they said what they did, but they did have a little bit of surprises for us. The first one was, I don't remember what it was. It was that? No, we were talking about the samurai game. That.
Oh yeah.
Ghost something or other. But it was a Ghost of Tsushima?
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima, yes.
So, I will admit, it does look gorgeous. It does look interesting. So, my only concern is, what is it supposed to be? An open world RPG? Are they trying to do it the same way as they did with Witcher 3? I don't know.
It looks like it's gonna be somewhat open world, so maybe semi.
It looks, in my honest opinion, and we'll get right into like the next game as well because of this.
Right.
It looks like it might be stylized as to also, Sekiro, which we forgot to talk about. Because Xbox announced like a million games at once.
They announced a lot of games.
They did announce
Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, which was the new From Software game.
Okay.
Oh, that was like.
It could always go either that route of like From Software games, or it could go the Neo route.
We will see when it comes out, though. It's one of those ones where we're gonna see when it comes out, but it has piqued my interest. And then go ahead.
Tsushima reminds me of the Kurosawa films, which, if you don't know about the Kurosawa films, the old samurai drama films, that stuff.
Okay, yeah. So I will see when I might pick it up, but my only concern is it gonna be like a Witcher 3 loan? I played that game. Don't. I didn't play the DLC though because I kind of got bored after I finished the main story.
I never played Neo or anything like that.
I never played Neo either, but we'll see.
I played through it. I beat the final boss. I played a bit of the DLC.
I heard it was kind of like Dark Souls. I heard it was kind of like Dark Souls.
It's nothing like Dark Souls, if we're being absolutely honest.
Okay.
The only thing that it can be somewhat relatable to Dark Souls is the fact that it has the giant monsters, and the fact that that if you die, you lose all your souls, currency, and then if you die again, you lose it
them
forever. That's the only similarity it has, because the rest of the gameplay otherwise is completely original.
Okay. But we can all agree it's interesting, and it's one of those ones we would like to pick up.
Yep.
So,
and Neo 2 was a nice little surprise.
That was an announcement, and I'm just like, wait, didn't they just get one last year? So
yes,
all of a sudden
we did.
To get two all of a sudden, it's kind of a weird thing to
It's season 2. It's season 2.
Season 2. Oh, a game we have skipped over as well that is to come out in about a week or two. From Don't
From who?
Don't Not, who created Life is Strange.
I
mean, it looks interesting, and it's gonna be for free. So there's that, and they said it's gonna tie into Life is Strange 2. So that's
okay. Well, here's my opinion on that. I'm not interested in Life is Strange, and I really hope the writing. And I'm really hoping that the writing is not.
I'm just hoping the lip syncing actually matches up with what they're saying.
I'm hoping that the writing is just not
horrible.
Hella amazing, guys.
Yeah, I think they're gonna switch that up a bit, especially after what happened at the end of Last of Us. Life is Strange, depending on what you chose. So we'll go into, but I just wanted to throw that out there because I completely almost forgot about it. But it is gonna be on free when again? Like 26?
So what the captain? What kid?
Yes.
Like
I think it's like one episode.
Life is Captain.
It is made by Don't Not. It is the same people who have made The Last of Us and recently released
Captain
Vampire.
Spirit.
Yeah.
Oh, that game.
Yeah. I was indifferent for it, if we're being honest.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
You soulless hack.
God damn.
Okay, so we're gonna switch it over a little bit here. We're still on Sony. They released something that
June 26th, yeah.
Yeah,
by the way.
so it is gonna be on free PS4, Xbox One, and PC, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not gonna be an issue. Another thing, it looks like kind of Inception, is what it looked like.
Oh, that one game with Perfect Dark and stuff like that.
Yes, I thought that was like an Inception game. Like, what the flip was that? I don't know the name, but they announced that they are making it.
Wait, what?
That one game they also that looked like
Control.
Perfect Dark. Control.
Yes, Control. That looked
Control?
interesting. Yeah, Control looked like kind of like an Inception kind of thing.
I don't think you weren't awake for it. I don't believe.
No, I was, because I woke up literally right when it started. Hold on.
You were groggy.
Yeah.
I was dead inside, okay? But that's how is that any different to nowadays?
I was about to say, you mean any as opposed to what you dead inside?
Okay. So.
Oh, that game. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know. Yeah, okay, now I remember.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Alright.
I like
It's
that.
interesting.
Oh, that game.
Oh, that game.
that
It
game.
looks okay.
It looks
It
interesting
looks
to me.
okay.
It looks interesting. Another one. The way they presented this, holy crap, was my ears bleeding. When they announced Resident Evil 2, the way they did it was scary as all crap. I was interested right away.
I did not expect him to do it in that way, where they kind of were just like, "What is this? A zombie game?" Yeah, we were figuring like, okay, maybe it's that mouse game. Like, what? I don't think we died in that mouse game. Like, I definitely don't think we're a realistic mouse. Like, what is this? And I saw it, and I'm like,
soon as the guy showed up, everybody knew what it was. It is the remaster of Resident Evil 2 that Capcom is doing. And I think this is a good premise.
It looks.
I played the remaster of 1, so it'll be interesting.
It looks
I mean, from
great.
what I've heard, and seen, it looks really fucking good.
I'm hoping the mechanics are better.
Well, not only that, if you get bit, I think they said some of you were saying if you get bit as if you're playing and you get let's say you get attacked and get bit.
Yeah, it persists.
It persists, so you get to see all the bite marks you get to have.
I mean, the way the bite
And
happened.
also like the not only that, but if you shoot a zombie and like say you like shoot at their eye, like that they won't have an eye anymore. Or if you shoot at their jaw will start hanging and like
that is it.
that like really nice attention to detail.
Yeah,
So-
I'm excited now. I am excited now to play 2. I played 1, so this is gonna be interesting.
I mean,
But
I've only played and completed 7. I haven't played 2. I've started playing the original classic on a PlayStation 4 when it was free.
Yes, same. I did not play 7, unfortunately, and I'm okay with that because I have seen how creepy it is, and I am not one for creepy
7
games like
is
that.
by far very good. I mean, with getting into that horror atmosphere.
They're getting back to the roots of Ari.
Yeah.
I mean, it took them a while.
It took them a while, definitely.
Took them a while. So now, but the way they presented it, awesome. Everybody was hyped. My ears were hurting.
Was it because of a certain someone?
It was a certain someone. Flip.
All right.
Another certain someone also said that a certain someone blew their eardrums out. So.
Ow. So, okay. So another thing that they announced was Spider-Man. They were definitely giving attention to that, considering that is coming out September of this year.
Can I just say that looks amazing? That I think this is gonna be by far the best Spider-Man game out there.
Yes.
Wait, which one?
The Spider-Man that comes off the PlayStation 4.
Oh,
That just looks so. It looks like they put effort.
They
it.
put love into it, and what the way that the playstyle is, it looks like they're gonna go Arkham. They're going Arkham style.
It's definitely like people are saying like conscious that it's probably gonna be like Arkham Asylum, the Arkham games kind
who
of.
is developing this
It
game?
looks. It's the same people who worked on Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah,
okay.
It
I thought
was,
it was Rocksteady for a minute there.
Nope. It's hold on.
Insomniac.
Are you-
Insomniac games.
Yeah, 'cause
yes.
they made the remake of Ratchet and Clank.
Yes, which was.
Which was good. It was good. I played it.
Yeah.
I played it when it was free. Sorry.
Hey, Grafl.
What's up?
I'm sending you something real quick.
Oh,
okay.
Goodness.
That's fine. It's a
All
joke.
right. But yes, as I have said before, it was really interesting that But yeah, Spider-Man looks interesting. I never played any of the Arkham games. I have seen the gameplay of it. That's how I know what they're doing Arkham style. Let's just play it. Let's just hope that they actually do it correctly and no glitches, no issues like Arkham Knight.
Arkham not going to only have like PC issues, or
they had so many PC issues. They had
Arkham
to take
Knight
it.
did have a lot.
They
Yeah, it had a
even
lot
on
of
PS4 issues. They like. I watched Johnny's review of Arkham Knight, and he said he had to download at least 2, like maybe 3-4 gigabytes of patches or something like that.
Yeah, it was I remember when it initially launched on PC. I think the same day they had to take it down because of the amount of bugs and issues.
They refund everybody, I think.
Yeah, they said, "Here's your refund. Sorry."
Like, we apologize, let's fix this, and then they relaunched it, I think, a year later, and they with
yeah,
stuff.
I remember like, okay, we're gonna release this now. Like, okay, maybe it wasn't right, so we'll take it off, refund everyone. Release it again, and then I think the second release was a little bit better. I think still had some problems, but
it wasn't as bad as the original.
It was playable. It was runnable.
It was runnable. It was runnable. Run for the hills. Okay, so yeah, I will admit, overall, Sony was a bit of a mix in the beginning. Overall, they did what they set out to do, and that's not a bad thing.
I'm very excited to say that there was no Spyro at their conference.
I think the only reason they did that was because Spyro was already announced beforehand. So.
Yeah, but I guess because they announced it, I think they wanted to do a booth for it, and I think that's what happened. Was they just, instead of showing off gameplay, just here's a booth at E3.
Yeah,
they that's the only reason.
They showed off The Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima, Control, RE2, Spider-Man game, and Death Stranding, which is now a walking simulator.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
That is the meme.
I didn't know we were getting a new Firewatch game already. Okay.
I mean, it's Kojima.
We'll see when it comes out. Unfortunately, that is all I have to say.
In the
next one of those games.
In the next 10 years.
But don't.
It's Kojima. It's Kojima. Let's be honest here.
I want him to take as much time as he wants, just so he can make a good game.
At least he's making a good game after what happened with Katamari.
At least he got Norman Reedus and Guillermo del Toro back for this project.
Okay,
I'm sure that made the man extremely happy to get those two, because remember those two were supposed to originally do Silent Hills.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then that got canned. Rest in peace.
Oh, poor PT. Anyway, on to one of the most hyped ones after Sony. I feel that our FC exploded. It was Nintendo.
That was
Nintendo.
A bunch of stuff we already knew about, but the
biggest one was at the end.
Was of course
the announcement.
Smash Brothers.
Yeah, and we'll get into that later down. But first, let's talk about what they announced beforehand.
They
announced stuff. I thought it was just Smash Brothers.
It felt like it. They announced Super Mario Party, which my God,
which from what I've seen, not only are they changing it in the fact that Bowser is a playable character
in Mario Party.
in Mario Party, outside of Mario Party 10's Bowser mode.
Can we actually just get on to the point of thank fucking God that this is actually a Mario Party game?
and I was about to get to that they tossed the star bits and the car mechanic.
Yeah, that looked a little odd when I've seen the gameplay. I never really played it because I never had a Wii U. But this is interesting.
We're missing much.
Overall, Nintendo's conference was longer than Square's.
It's still going on right now.
It was pretty good.
Well, that's the Treehouse event.
Yeah,
that's them giving spotlight to specific games.
Right. We're not going. Looks like I had a.
Plus they announced a new Mario Party.
the new Mario Party looked interesting, especially with the whole you can have multiple switches, do the board thing. That looked interesting to me. That spices things up, and the fact that
it also helps because of the portability of it.
Yes.
Yeah, you have, in order for 4 people to play, you have to have 2 switches.
Also, they talked more about the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee games.
I don't.
I'm trying
that.
to save for a Switch for that because it's for me. It's the nostalgia of it and being able to have Pokemon follow you again.
Yeah, and I think it's an
but I will
graphic.
openly admit it's taking too far of it. Like the co-op is a good idea, but being able to do that in battle makes it
gonna be interesting.
Too easy, in my opinion.
Another thing I would say also is they're connecting both those games to Pokemon Go.
Mm-hmm.
Which as someone who reviews mobile apps for a living, had the worst launch in the world, and
it died. It came as it came as it left as soon as it came in. Just
I mean, people still play it. It's still It's just
I mean, I've played from time to time. It's definitely gotten decently better.
It has gotten better overall, but still, that launch really killed it.
That launch just decimated it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Another thing too with this game is they have a new controller that looks like a Pokeball, and I thought this was a joke for the Switch. I thought this was a complete joke.
Nope. Okay, let me put this in perspective. That Pokeball thing is basically the Pokewalker 2.0 from Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you take a Pokemon and you put it in there, you go out and you walk and all that. When you come back and bring the Pokemon back into the game, depending on what you've done, you get gifts. So it's basically it's a Pokewalk.
I think also they said that with Pokemon Go, like any Pokemon you've caught with Pokemon Go, you can add that into the game, into both.
Yeah, you transfer them to the Go Park, and then from there you look, you see them, they're walking around and everything, full 3D models.
And that's it? Or do you battle?
And you can
you can
choose which one you want and bring it into your party.
Okay, that's
so basically you can break the game in 2 if you are one of those lucky
one of those lucky people
who managed to take part in those raids and get a legendary.
Yeah,
those raid events actually still continue to go on. They're just
still continuing on. It's just not as big.
It's definitely not as big.
This is of course me going off. I'm assuming the only Pokemon you can transfer is Generation 1 Pokemon.
Yeah, yes. I'm thinking
we don't Generation 1 sounds about right.
Yeah, we don't know anything about if there's going to be a national Pokedex or if they're just sticking to Gen 1.
We will see
while they still work on making, because at this point they've made Let's Go remake of Pokemon Yellow with following Pokemon.
Yeah, and of course
they are going to get a lot of heat.
Well, not only just
if
Pokemon
they don't
Yellow, but
Pokemon Silver.
Pokemon Yellow is what had the following mechanic first.
Yeah.
Also Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Right.
Yeah,
and
but
also
Yellow first made it. Heart Gold, Soul Silver brought it back. If it's not in the next main Pokemon game,
once again, we'll have to see because we don't have any information about it.
And also,
this is all speculation. If it's not in the next one, there's going to be a bit of heat on Nintendo about that because every Pokemon player wants that mechanic. They want to see their Pokemon following them. You can ride your fucking Onix.
Yeah, that's.
And we also have a release date of November of this year, so we will see at launch.
We also they also announced. God, I had it pulled up too.
They of course talked a little bit about the Octopath. Again, only Square talked about that a little more than Nintendo did. Nintendo didn't really spend too much on that because, again, it's coming out next month.
Oh, they did show off for Fortnite was gonna be is on the Switch now.
Yes, actually, they released Fortnite on the Switch the day of the conference, and I thought, what the flip? It was one of those, what the flip moments.
And of course, for Smash Brothers, it's kind of that they did announce
that was a bigger one. But before that, we're going into a couple others. Anything more on the other ones before we go into Smash? Because
there's not
my ears.
Honestly, I'm sad though that they didn't show off Metroid Prime 4, Luigi's Mansion, or any of the games that they announced in the previous direct. But I believe they came out and said that Metroid Prime, that MP4 is not ready to be shown. So that's
understandable.
Which I'm okay with. We know they're making it. We know it's out there.
They announced it last year. They announced it last year, I think. So
they just need to take their time.
I'm okay with taking time on a game that people have been asking for ages. So now into Smash. Oh my gosh,
everyone is there.
Oh my gosh, my ears are bleeding from the last character, but we'll get into him in a moment.
Every character from every Smash games is now in that game.
Yes,
except for Waluigi, forever alone.
he's an assist trophy. He's in the game indirectly.
He's in there indirectly, same as Bomberman.
Same as Bomberman. Let's say Bomberman's in there. He's just an assist trophy. They're just the assistants. That's all.
And another thing also is, so from every Smash, we're talking N64 to Smash 4, they are adding everyone, and that is including Snake, that is including Cloud, that is including Bayonetta. They were both added as DLC in the last Smash.
Yeah, Cloud, Bayonetta, Ryu, Roy, Snake of all people is back.
They added 2 new characters to the Smash, but we'll talk about those 2 in a moment. But overall, I would say that this is the biggest roster in.
I believe they said it's going to be at least 70 plus characters with 83 plus stages.
Like I said, this is going to be their biggest roster yet, and it is. This is going to be This is going to be my first Smash game. I pray I get this for Christmas.
Oh my God, you've missed out on a great series that.
I know.
I think all series I play, I think Smash is just.
Smash is one of those ones.
One of those games where you can just pick back up and play, and you can get back into it fast.
Yeah, so this is gonna be one of those games where I'm Sonic. I'll meet it. Quick announcement: I'm going to too many games, so if y'all see me, say hi. But so he's gonna probably force me to play that when we get there.
Oh, Sonic is going to make people in the FC play Smash Brothers if he's there.
And he's going to look at me, the newbie, and be like, "You are getting a crash course."
He's just like, the FC. It's on the line.
Smash. But yes, it is. I think they said it's going to be up to 8 players. Like they did with the last
8 players.
Back the 8-player combat.
In addition, which you can now turn off stage hazards. So if you want to play Wily Castle without doing the freaking Yellow Devil on top of that, now you can.
Which is nice, amazing. And they're adding new stages. They're adding old ones from previous games, which is nice.
All stages will have a Final Destination and a Mega style stages.
I had noticed a lot of people. I did notice a lot of people were excited because there were some characters that were not in the last Smash or a couple of Smashes that are coming back.
My Discord profile is Young Link. I am very excited that he is back.
Yes.
I've wanted him
3
back.
Links in there this year, which is pretty surprising. They have the Breath of the Wild. They have they have Child Link and they have Toon Link. So this is gonna be.
Which I wonder what Young Link's Mouse Flash is going to be, because I really hope they do Fierce, where he gets the Fierce Duty mask on and just wrecks.
Yeah, so they did announce a couple of tweaks to most of the players, they've done tweaks and stuff like that, so it's going to be more balanced. And I think it's going to be awesome. They added a fake Smash Ball. Don't know why.
Yes. Yep, they had a fake Smash Ball where it's just oh, you think you smashed that? Nope. Nice try.
I find that pretty hilarious. That's going to be pretty awesome. You see 2 Smash Balls and you're trying to figure out which one's the fake one. That's gonna be pretty awesome. So they did add they added 2 characters, which we will get into in a moment. But overall, the roster is looking really good.
The roster is looking fantastic, and it brings up the idea of maybe there's not going to be DLC this time. Maybe DLC was only for Smash 4 this time.
I think the only reason they did. I think the only reason they did DLC last time was because they couldn't add everybody at the same that people wanted, and plus they were trying to get they had third parties involved. So.
Well, remember, I think we were saying now that there is a Smash ballot that's going to be posted sooner or later that people are going to start filling out. So, we might get that DLC.
But
we might get one DLC.
We might get 1 or 2, but not like Smash did. Not like the last Smash. So.
And all I want.
Okay. That's okay.
Smash all I want,
doesn't need DLC a whole lot.
I mean, it needs Sora. No, Sora needs one Smash.
We're not going into Sora right now, although that would be awesome. But
it would. I mean, Zero, the guy who won the Smash tournament, did say he would love to see Sora in Smash Brothers.
That would be interesting to see. We'll have to wait for that. But overall, the roster before they announced DLC, that is actually pretty interesting to me. Like, it's a whole bunch of characters.
And there are characters that are different now. They know Zelda is no longer Twilight Princess Zelda. She's now the Link Between Worlds Zelda.
Which is fine. I like her design.
I'm okay with that. And also Ganondorf now Ocarina of Time Ganon, which is awesome because
they did the
God.
I don't know what I think. To be honest, I do like the Ocarina of Time a whole lot better than the Twilight Princess.
He now uses his Smash tags. Now you inquire him using his sword. That's a dream come true for a lot of Smash players.
I mean, we also have Shulk, so there's
that. He's not Shulk. Yeah, you know the freaking rapidly past.
I wonder why didn't they add the protagonist from Xenoblade 2? Is my question.
Rex.
Yes.
He might be as DLC, but maybe because they don't want too many. Maybe they don't want Xenoblade because I think only DLC characters only have 1 presentations.
We'll see.
We'll definitely have to see if Rex gets added in. Maybe we'll get maybe Shulk because they were saying there are costumes that Nintendo is actually locked that Nintendo does not have on the current demo. So maybe Rex could be like an alternate skin for Shulk.
What I was really shocked about was the release date is December 3rd.
Echo Fighter.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Rex as an Echo Fighter.
Yes.
That could work. I mean, Echo Fighter thing now.
That could work. But yes, Smash Brothers is coming out on December 3rd, Christmas time. Everybody was like, Christmas presents, everybody get that for Christmas.
And the GameCube, and if you do have a GameCube adapter, it does work for the Switch now.
Yes, they said it is going to be GameCube compatible, which is fine with me because I know a lot of people are still happy with that.
Viva La GameCube controller.
Right, so let's go into the 2 new fighters. The first one was the Inklings. I knew they were going to be added into the new Smash.
Don't you mean 3 new fighters?
3?
Yeah.
I know which one you're talking about, and I already added him, so that was the second one. Dang it. But no.
Okay, so no idea what. Because I just found the video of alternate costumes, but there's nothing for Kid Link yet.
Yeah, remember.
We'll talk about that in a moment. But let's talk about the Inklings. The Inklings, they actually did pretty well. I thought that looked pretty interesting.
They're definitely a weird adaptation due to the fact that they use ink and stuff, but the way they're doing it looks more like you can't spam their stuff because they run out of ink.
Well, yeah, that's the whole premise, considering that's also what it does in both their games. And I really want to play Splatoon 2, and I wish I had that game. I wish I had also had their new expansion that just came out.
I totally expansion.
Don't love it. But overall, and then let's talk about how Ridley was announced. My goodness.
The meme's real. The meme is alive.
My ears played as people screamed in my ear. Ridley.
I was just like, oh, because I was just like, oh my god, they're actually. So now we can no longer ask Sakurai for any other character now because he's just like.
I think everybody has been asking him for how
long? Since Melee, I would say, because there was a model of Melee that I think people because the cutscene you can see he's not that bigger than Samus. It's like, oh, why does add Ridley in?
I think that the way they announced Ridley was really interesting. You had Samus, you had Mega Man, and you had Mario just walking in this dank area. They're just walking around like something's gonna come out, kind of like Alien. So, and then all of a sudden you see, I don't know what happened to Mario. I think Mario got grabbed or something.
I think Mario's head got. I think they might have what he did. I think he killed Mario when he
shoved his hand through his head. Wait,
what?
that's.
I think they shoved something.
There was a way in the Metroid Metroid Magna. There's a Samus's parents died the same way as Mario.
Oh, so basically like through the gut or something like that, like the.
No, he grabbed them by the heads.
Okay, so basically he had his tail through Mario's head. There you
go. He had
not his tail. Not his tail. It was his hand.
It was
he grabbed it. Like essentially.
Mega Man was the tail. Mega Man was the tail.
Mega Man
Mario was his hand.
Slashed through with the tail, and then Samus turns around, and then you see Ridley with the twirling of Mario's hat.
Not only that, you see Samus like right before she turns around, just go. It's this bitch again.
It's a typical Tuesday for Samus.
Which is a typical Tuesday for Samus, but everybody else is like, oh crap, Ron.
But his freaking moveset, though. Oh my god.
Yes.
Can we just like.
I saw a little bit of the post, and I saw how they were doing Ridley, and holy crap, he's OP.
He can grab you and drag you across the arena with the 0% damage. His tail does not only does his tail stun you, also does 50% damage.
Oh goodness!
And you can hear in the background all the pro players just going, "No, please, no, stop! It's too much, Sakurai, please."
I'm sitting here like a newbie, like, "Ooh, new toy."
That's something that's like, all right.
But yeah, my ears are still bleeding thanks to that announcement. Thank you, Nintendo. So, overall, I would say Nintendo last couple of E3s has done really well.
Yeah, Nintendo's E3. Yes, I wanted a little bit more games announced, but what we got out of it with Smash Brothers,
I think their biggest announcements was Smash. Same thing with Square, with talking about Kingdom Hearts, which we'll get into in a moment here, and talking about the crossover with Monster Hunter and Final Fantasy XIV.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, Nintendo did really well. Everybody is so excited, and the release date was what surprised me the most.
Yeah, that release because I remember they announced it I think barely last year.
March. Actually, March of this year. They had said it in a direct. They announced it. All we had was a teaser.
All we saw was the Inklings freaking looking up and seeing the Smash icon and I was
full of terror.
And he's like,
that has been the meme for a while.
Remember, Villager got a letter. They went to Duck Hunt Dog to give him his invitation. What if Inklings make a giant Smash Ball out of fire as a way to say, "Hey, what's up?"
And then the Inklings get they're just slashing away, doing their normal fun.
And you can tell Link.
And then the Smash Ball.
And remember, Link doesn't forget it. Link never forgot about the whole incident in Mario Kart with that green shell.
Oh goodness! But so overall, that was Nintendo's E3 conference. Knocked it out of the park, and everybody was so surprised, especially when everybody was shouting "Christmas, Christmas!" Because that is going to be December 3rd, 2018. I was so surprised by that part of the announcement, but
I'm just like, hey, works for me.
Works for everybody. So now we go into what we've been trying to not talk about this whole flipping time.
It's hard to not talk about
it was hard.
It's big.
Because it has been big. It has been teased for years. We have been wanting it for over 10 years. We're talking Kingdom Hearts 3.
3 brand new trailers were released for Kingdom Hearts 3.
One was released for Microsoft, one was released for Square Enix, and one was released for Sony. Now they are all semi-different.
They are all in. They all have different showcase some similar stuff, but a lot of them do have different things like how it. And actually, the more difference is there's a Japanese version that came out where you can see Marluxia's eyes actually yellow. You didn't see it in the English versions.
No, we did see it in this one.
Okay, maybe it was like after.
Yes, we did see that. It was after.
Grafl went colorblind for a bit.
Shut up.
Grafl went colorblind. But the biggest elephant in the room, we finally have a release date. Yes.
January 29th, 2000.
I will say this: as a person who's grown up with Kingdom Hearts, it is kind of odd to see it be on Xbox One when they haven't bothered to port the HD remakes and 2.8 over to it. So it alienates a lot of Xbox fans. So that the sales for that game might be good, but it's gonna be nowhere near high as PS4.
Especially since they announced a PS4 Pro bundle, which I think is $532.
Oh,
but it comes with every game. It comes with 1.5, 2.5, 2.8, and 3. Everything's
that's a good bundle. That's a good deal for that bundle.
That is the perfect bundle if you want to get into the series you've always heard about. It's like, oh, I want to get a series.
I already have the other compilation, so I don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, there is the 1.5 plus 2.5 HD bundle out there, which is I think now $20.
Yeah, I paid $60, $40 for mine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I love the whole series in general.
I had mine in pre-order. If I could pick it up. Whoops.
Don't flipping you. But yes, we are talking Kingdom Hearts. We finally have a release date of January 29th, 2019. We all thought it was going to be late 2018, but I don't know why they announced 2018 but then pushed it back to 19.
I think Nomura has been, since the announcement of 2018 was, I'm going to try to push this as hard as I can to get this game done.
Yeah, I think they're doing that with polishes, which is fine. They did say.
I think it's a bit of polishing. I think he also came out and said the Big Hero 6 Worlds story cutscenes are fully done. They're not fully done yet.
Okay, that's understandable. So Big Hero 6 is confirmed. We didn't see it in the trailers.
It's been confirmed since 2015. We have wanted to see something for it. The only thing we've gotten so far is a concept of our Baymax fighting what looks like a evil form of himself.
It looks like Ratatouille is going to be in it, but I think it looks like he's going to be a summons.
Yeah, basically, according to stuff I've found,
Ratatouille might be a summons, definitely.
It's like a summon mini game that gives you, depending on how well you, gives you buffs.
Yeah, so I'm saying Ratatouille is going to be, because Ratatouille was one of those low underrated series in Disney, so I'm saying that's.
Yeah, and then of course we got the world that everybody expected to be in there, Frozen.
I honestly did not expect Frozen.
It's been speculated and rumored. We never got a confirmation until E3.
We never got told. Oh yeah, Frozen. Like okay, Frozen's in there. I'm like, man.
Yeah, then we got more showcasing of Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc. I actually was kind of surprised at first when it was first announced that it was going to be.
I remember it was.
I wouldn't mind seeing Halloween Town, but Monsters Inc. may be the replacement.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm
okay with that.
Honestly, everybody's okay with that because we already had Halloween Town in like 3-4 of the games, so.
And we cannot forget about the biggest world that made me scream like a little girl. Toy Story. Toy Box.
Yes.
Because
when the first trailer for that came out, everybody was so excited that Toy Story was going to be in it, and I think they're going to do the first movie. So
it looks like we're in the second Andy's new room after and Toy Story 2 and 3. I think we're in that kind of room.
Okay, so we're not doing one. That's weird.
And also the fact that it goes a little meta because people have always shown from when it was announced, if you pay attention and you look in the toy shop section, the city is in there.
Who's in there?
Yep, the city.
The city.
Yes, I've seen the memes.
So basically, it's like Nomura said that Sora, Don, Goofy basically turn it into toy versions of the video game version.
Which, by the way, if you do, there are 2 versions out for Kingdom Hearts 3 for pre-order. There is the collector's edition, which has all the Bring Arts figures, which is $232, and then there's the big giant PS4 Pro bundle, which doesn't include the Big Arts, but does have all the games.
I do like the style of that PS4 Pro, to be honest. I really do. I just wish I
love it.
More.
I mentioned it to my dad because I really want that thing. He seems to be interested because he's having me keep an eye on because, yes, blasphemy to all gamers, I do shop at GameStop.
That's fine. That's fine.
I
shop at Walmart. Me.
I can't shop at Walmart. Every time I buy a game from Walmart, it's always ended up
weird.
Not good.
So he's got me keeping an eye on, so that way once it's available to be pre-ordered.
Oh, that sucker's gonna go sold out. I'm thinking that gonna get sold out quickly.
I think in Japan's Square Enix's Japan store, it's currently available for pre-order, but I think it's now sold out.
Yeah, like I said, that sucker's gonna get sold out.
It's gonna sell out probably. It's probably gonna sell out faster than the. In my opinion, I think it's gonna sell out faster than the freaking Switch did.
Or the God of War version of the PS4 Pro.
And that's why I'm checking it as often as I can because I want. We're due for an upgrade from the basic PlayStation anyway.
I'm fine with my basic PS4. I mean, it runs smoothly. It's running fine. I don't have too many issues.
I don't think on the PS4. Never mind. The PS4 Pro and Xbox One will be running again at 60 frames.
I mean, a regular PS4. It's gonna be fine with me. But
yeah.
PS4
I mean,
Pro,
if I can't get it, then oh well. There's no point crying over spilt milk. But I want that system. I want it so goddamn bad.
Another thing, but the things that were released in Microsoft was not only the release date that we finally have been wanting for ages. Another thing that we also got was confirmation was, of course, Frozen. We got the confirmation of Tangled, of course, which was already announced beforehand, and that was it.
Which, my God, the hair physics. Oh, I've heard those horror stories that they had to deal with with that physics engine.
Those poor developers. Those poor developers.
Yep. And then, of course, with the last trailer shown at Sony.
We're gonna get into Sony in a moment.
No. I'm avoiding that trailer. That trailer was shown at Square. Sony showed Pirates of the Caribbean.
Which, by the way, I'm glad that's back. Because it looks awesome.
All I can say is Sora is going to be so confused because he missed out on an entire movie.
Okay.
He missed out on 2 full movies, essentially, because it looks like it's going to take...
How do I get this to copy? I want this picture for the video. Flip me.
Which one?
Oh, the one that she put in art. That picture. Once I finally get that.
Click it, open original, right click, save image as.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
It's already been shown. It's World's End. That's what So, Sora is going to be so confused on what just happened. I want even though, yes, it died, I'm kind of sad that probably it'd have been awesome to have the Kraken as like a mini boss or something.
But what really interests me with the Pirate Caribbean one, not only did they change the outfit, they didn't change the outfit in 2, which was really weird, but they did change the outfit in 3, and they also added ship mechanics this time.
Yep.
They didn't really in 2.
They added ship mechanics. There's an underwater section.
Yes.
Absolutely
Which unfortunately means that people who are hoping that Atlantis would be the world where we go to...
Oh no, I'm so happy.
I kind of doubt it, because when one of the older trailers showed Ariel, but she was water-based.
I think she was more of a summon. I think that I'm glad they kept her as a summon, because to be honest, everybody hated
everyone hated Atlantica. I'd rather go.
I'm gonna be the Katamari. I did not mind the singing mini games in 2. I did not.
I didn't like the fact that I had to go back to it every time because I thought I had enough. So I was like, oh no, I don't. All right, gotta go back.
Understand.
What's with every game recently just stealing the pirate ship mechanics from the best pirate game ever? Sly thieves.
I love Sly 3. I didn't play Sly 3, but that was
something we've also noticed, because me, Grafl, and Kata always, talked about this. Because of the trailer, they showed that Vanitas is going to be in Monsters Inc. If you pay close attention to it, what you're fighting is not Heartless, but the Unversed.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's interesting. That's
a really good attention to detail, in my opinion, because what I think is that the Unversed pretty much phased out the Heartless. For some reason, they can't get along together. They always end up in a turf war.
We will see when 3 comes out, but this is one of those hyped up things. I have been so excited since they announced that 3 was getting made, which is awesome. We finally have the release date, which is nice.
They've actually shown that people exist in Olympus Coliseum. They are there.
Yeah, I don't know why they added that. That has been in almost every single game that has been released.
The one thing that always weirds me out during the trailer is when they turn off sound effects for the music for the new single.
I'm okay with that though.
Which I'm okay with the song, but it's just kind of weird not listening to any sound effects, and then you just hear the grunts of Donald, Goofy, and Sora, and it's
yeah, that was a little weird, and I think that's gonna be the main theme of 3, which the song's nice, the song's fine. The one thing
the redesign for Kairi, we'd already known about it for.
I mean, Kairi...
promotional art and whatnot.
I mean, Kairi hasn't really been a more important... I mean, she was important in 1, but I think throughout the series, they kind of forgot about her.
Well, now she is apparently a Keyblade
user. She is.
Yeah. I would not mind small sections to show her growth.
Yeah, I would not mind it either. And I think...
just small sections to break between all the madness that Sora, Donald, and Goofy has, and
okay, quick question.
What all's going on with Riku and Mickey? Because otherwise we're gonna go, what the hell happened?
Okay, quick question for you guys: Did anybody play Drop Distance, the remastered version that also came with the demo?
Yes, I did.
I haven't played the update one.
Did you play the 3DS version at least?
I did play a 3DS version.
Okay, did you finish it?
Yes.
Okay, so you know what we're talking about. So they're
I even went out of my way to fight Julius for the ultimate weapon, even though the ultimate weapon is not quite the ultimate weapon anymore.
I never went for that route, really. I was more of a one where get enough levels, beat the crap out of the bad guys, get to the final
Going
boss.
on record, I'm part of the majority. Fuck the final boss fight in Riku's side of the story.
Yeah, screw that boss.
That boss can go die in a pit.
Are you talking about the one in Sora's heart, or are you talking about the one before it?
I'm talking about the one before it.
Oh yeah.
Balloonra and Balloonga. I think you can get Balloonga before that fight. If you can get Balloonga.
Yes. Yeah. I couldn't spam that. Dude, you're talking to a chick who just finished Terra's story in Birth by Sleep, and the last boss was the pain in the butt. And I'm talking the final phase.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Don't worry. That boss can go down a hole.
Yeah, I'm playing Ventus' story right now, but yes.
I wanted to platinum the games before 3 came out. Yeah, that's not happening anytime soon because that's when I started playing.
What did 14?
It's a wonderful MMO that's stolen my life, and everybody hates me because I get the mounts before them.
Yeah, we already talked enough about 14, especially with the monster and a crossover now. But back to
by the way, do you think with that before we do you think that's going to be a trial or a fate?
We don't know. There's not enough info, but we do know it's going to be somewhat permanent. But it's not going to be like a level 15 fate. You do have to be 17. Yep. And you have to complete Stormblood to do it. So, that's all we know at the moment. Back to Kingdom Hearts 3, though. Sora is looking really good. Gameplay is looking awesome.
It's going to take me a bit to get used to the new proportions for Sora and Co. Because of the new engines, because they actually have fingers.
Yeah, they actually have fingers. They actually have what looks like actual body portions.
Yeah, but
if we're talking
I
like
will
every
say
character.
this: the 3D Disney stuff looks
straight from the movie.
breathtaking. It looks like they just took the money models.
It looks like they just straight up just said they took the freaking
from the movie. They like just took the models from the movie and just stripped it into the game, and I love it.
Because it fits so well. There's so much detail in there now. Like I can't remember. I think in Tango or Olympus Coliseum, you could practically see. You could practically count the leg. Yeah,
you could actually
English
the hair,
the grass. You could see the grass, the hair, and all that. It wasn't just a 2D texture.
No, I mean Entangled, like that hair. Goodness, those poor developers.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that
I'm interested to see what all they're gonna do with the Disney ride attacks.
Yeah.
The attraction flows. Well, the way they're doing it is they essentially pop up like the combo forms, like the triangle forms, like Blazaza, and Peraza, stuff like that.
Basically, they're gonna work kind of like reaction command.
Yeah.
Without being reaction command.
A thing that unfortunately people do not understand is a lot of people wanted Moana in the game, but unfortunately, by the time the movie came out, they were already so far in the development cycle. If they were to shoehorn that, they would have delayed it even more. So
we would have been probably facing a 20.
Honestly, if they went with Pirates of the Caribbean, if we only had one SeaWorld, Pirates of the Caribbean, if y'all want a Moana world, I would not be looking for that until the next Kingdom Hearts game in 2025.
Or if possibly DLC, the DLC world,
I don't think they're gonna do DLC for this game.
You don't think they're gonna do DLC?
I don't think they're gonna do DLC. They've never done DLC previously, so the only extra content was like the bosses and stuff like that from like Japan. So I don't think they're gonna do DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3. I pray they do.
If they do decide to do a final mix, I really hope to God. Yeah, if they do a final mix again, I really hope to God they do it to where
it's not like previously.
Where it's not like, hey, we can't. We don't have to wait 50. Yeah, we don't have to wait 50 years just to get it.
Right. I'm sorry, I keep taking control because I really love this game. I grew up with it.
I started in 2010 with the beginning, so
I picked it up back when my mom picked it up back when Blockbuster was still a thing in 2002, 2003. I was 6 or 7.
I was 10 years old. I started off with the first 2 games, and then I skipped Recoded. 1 because I didn't have it, and 2 at the time. I didn't know why.
You weren't missing much.
No story other than that, meh. But the I think the latest one I played before Recoded came out was the 358 over 2 days. Everybody hates that name. I don't really care.
It's symbolic. That's all I'm going to say that.
It's a math equation. Anyway, so a lot of reasons we're dedicating a lot of time to Kingdom Hearts 3 is not only your speculation, but also because it was the biggest thing Square was pushing into C3.
It got 3 separate trailers that.
That's how big they were pushing it, and I am okay with that. Why? We have been wanting this game since 2006.
It's been 2 fucking 13 years.
Yeah, so we're all pretty excited.
Not to put down the DMC fans who waited 8 years for this, but we waited 13.
Yeah,
we waited a long time for
it. And as one person quoted, we got spin-offs for it.
Yeah,
but
we've
still,
got Dream
I mean, Dream Drop Distance can go die in a
It's like the Assassin's Creed fans who had been waiting so long for 3, and they just kept pushing the Etsy.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, my only argument against that is the fact that at least Kingdom Hearts gets subsequent releases.
Yeah, but it was still part of the story. It was part of the story.
It was still part of the story. Whereas for something like Devil May Cry, it was radio silent.
I would kind of get that, but still, we've been waiting for this game forever. And Dream Drop Distance left a sour taste in our mouths. We can all agree to that.
I liked it well enough.
I liked it, but it was
I'm impressed to see that the Rock Titan is going to be a full-fledged boss fight, not some deaky little whack his feet till he falls on his ass.
I like the fact that they're bringing out all the Titans, at least 3 of them, anyways.
They're bringing Rock, Ice, and Fire Titan, which were the 3 Titans in Hercules.
There was a win-win too.
There was a win-win too, but we're not focusing on that one because it's a bitch.
Another thing that I noticed though, if they do add Moana in it, it would probably be a summons. To be fair.
If anything.
I think Moana would also be a kind of difficult world to do. Because
we already
it would be a lot of water. Yeah, a lot of sailing.
If I wanted to play Wind Waker, I would play Wind Waker.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so summon is more likely than it was just because.
We already got a sailing one with Pirates of the Caribbean anyway. Pirates of the Caribbean and 2, we did have a little bit of sailing, but we really didn't sail. We were just mostly, let's hit it for quick travel. Oh wait, we're fighting on a boat? Okay. This one we're actually going to take over other boats. We're going to actually sail the boat.
Yeah, we actually get to use the Flomation, float, whatever it's called.
I'm surprised they added the
hijacking a Heartless.
Yes. Yes.
Remember in the first footage we were seeing at KH3, Sora did right on top of a freaking shadow storm, whatever it was called.
That is true. Another thing I noticed, like when Sony released the trailer with the Pirates of the Caribbean, like I was just seeing this hat, like, and they were dancing, and I'm just like, what the? Wait, I know what that is.
I was like, oh my god. It's like, that's pretty. Like, wait a minute.
That was funny.
He said, because I thought when I started hearing Yo Ho, I'm like, oh my god, we're going back to this world. I'm like, yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Yeah,
yes.
And they
I like how during.
Go ahead.
Huh? No, go. You go right ahead.
No, you go first.
No, I'm fine.
One of you speak.
One of you.
It's not gonna be me.
Fine. Another thing I noticed with that they're gonna really tie in the story because they have said that this is going to be the last of the Xehanort arc per se.
Yeah,
the Xehanort saga. I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
It's the last of the Xehanort saga. What are they doing?
It's been a long flipping time.
Yeah,
what are we gonna do after? I guess we'll find out with the secret. Because God knows they're gonna make enough money to make the next game.
Considerably.
Well, no more to say that this is not the end of the series. This is gonna be this complete start of the new.
I'm just hoping they don't screw up the next saga because flip the storyline in this one. Flip the storyline. If you all have not been following the series,
time travel, young Xehanorts taking over other people's bodies.
Not just that. It's just that you have to add every single side game to get the story.
And yet it's all caused by one person. And that person is Terra.
No, it wasn't Terra.
No, it's Nomura.
Fine, Terra and Xehanort then, because it's not.
It's Nomura.
No. If you do remember in Birth by Sleep, Terra was in fact did not know he was just strung along by his plan, and he would. That whole body thing.
I just realized you said Birth by Sleep and not Breath of the Wild.
Smooth. Well, yeah, Calamity Xehanort's gonna be a thing now.
My brain is dead.
You can tell by as long as this video we're gonna be talking a lot about Kingdom Hearts, but we are all excited.
And because I know you said you want to use the image I linked, I also just linked to the Tumblr page of the artist, so you can.
Oh, thank you. I can credit that. Yeah, thank you very much, Alma.
Because it just occurred to me that would probably be a good thing to do.
Because this has been going on for
Get out of here, Dark.
Hey, Dark.
Hi,
hold on.
Dark. What the?
There you go. Tell him to skedaddle, he'll skedaddle.
Oh, flip. Yes, so
Skedaddle, you mean me moving him to another voice chat and then him immediately leaving?
Oh, flip. So,
Yes.
any other thoughts about Kingdom Hearts? We have been going on this for almost 3
I
hours
am
already.
just. The game looks so good.
Oh, I really
It's dumb, it's stupid, but you know what? That's what I like about it.
I mean,
And then-
It's almost like it's a Disney game.
It's not even that, because you can still have some good Disney games like My Boy Aladdin.
I mean,
I didn't.
I've noticed this time that they didn't add Genie and Aladdin. That was
I
another
just-
thing I noticed.
Yeah,
another
no Genie, which means
Which is a good thing, to be honest. They have
Which-
been
Hooray! We don't get another
Agrabah.
Aladdin world, which focuses on one
I'm
of the
thinking-
home movies.
Yeah,
Actually, the next,
But-
if they were to do an Aladdin world, the next whole movie they would focus on would have been King of Thieves.
which would have probably worked a lot. Which probably would have worked, honestly.
I was about to say, in terms of the direct-to-video,
It's the best one out of
yeah.
every. Because it got Robin Williams back as the voice actor for Genie.
I am thinking Genie's gonna
God
be a
rest
summon
his soul. Love the man.
Yeah, like I said, Genie might be just a summons, to be honest, but I'm okay with that because we've already had enough of Agrabah.
Speaking of summons, can we just talk about how freaking awesome Simba looks as a summon? Can we just like the freaking fire?
My favorite
like-
series, my favorite animal looking
Oh my
that pretty. Yes.
I was like, oh, it's Simba. Like, oh my god, Simba, please. I'm not ready for this yet.
I don't think they're gonna do the world this time.
No,
So I'm fine with him just being a summons. Him being just a summons in one kind of made me sad, but he had a whole world in two, so I'm fine with that.
he has his own world, and it was an okay world. I'll leave it at
It was
that.
fine. It was just a little too spacious.
It was just a
Um,
little too empty.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that
because
I'm
they
just
wanted to
hoping
showcase
they
the
don't-
whole,
oh god.
the Pride Lands is decaying and dying because of Scar, but the problem with that is that you have such a big area. The Pride Lands was never a small thing.
Okay.
And
But it
you
was
gotta
like that for
travel
almost
so far.
every world, though, Alma.
Oh, yeah,
have
do you
to
think we'll-
remember that.
When do you think we'll ever see the Final Fantasy characters sooner or later?
I think they're saving that for last, and they better be in there because this is
I
a
mean,
crossover.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be kind of weird having Final Fantasy characters in
I
the
think-
past game.
I think the only reason why they're not showing up Final Fantasy once is because they're guaranteed anyway. But the reason why they're showing off mostly Disney is they're trying to show off mostly the worlds that are going to be in.
Yeah.
All the
in
new
game.
worlds we're getting,
Right.
the new stuff,
You think-
because
Do you think Cloud will come back, or is Cloud gone?
Right. The one
do
thing
you think-
though, why
because-
did they add Coliseum again? That has been in almost every fucking game that's been out.
Because I guess I don't know. Make it popularity probably. It does have some ties with like the powers within you.
okay, there we go.
And it has been since the beginning, and I understand it. It was just I'm getting tired of this game.
But just get on the Hydra's back. You're not ready for that joke yet? You're not tired of that joke?
Yeah, but still, it is one of those jokes that it is one of those worlds that I wish they would have retired, but I'm seeing it in a new light. I'm okay with. We're gonna see Twilight Town again, which is awesome. I wonder if they're gonna put Twilight Town and the other world that was the hub.
Halabastion? Or Reading Gurney, whatever it's called nowadays.
Not Halabastion.
It's also been shown.
Traverse Town.
Oh, Traverse Town.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna put that in the same game,
I
considering they both were not.
Yeah, I don't know because we saw a lot more of Traverse Town in Dream Shot Distance, like
Yeah.
a lot more.
Yeah, that was because they traveled through time.
They've also shown that Hana, Pence, and Alette, or at least Hana and Pence, I wasn't paying attention to Alette much.
They definitely do have.
Yeah, they have redesigns. They're not wearing the same
Yeah.
clothes from 2.
Okay. So another thing, I don't think they're gonna add any other world that's from Dream Drop Distance, only because a lot of people didn't really like the designs. Or
No, I think those worlds are just used for
one
that
and done.
whole.
One and
Yeah,
done.
one and done.
I'm okay with that. But we are getting Tangled. We are getting 06, which I mean Big Hero 6, which of course they have said, oh, okay, yeah, we're still working on that, but we know it's a thing.
Yeah, we know it's a thing. We
Um,
know it's alive. It's just
That's fine. Frozen was announced, which looks straight from the movie, and it's gorgeous.
Have you seen Olaf?
Oh my gosh, we're not going
So,
I love it when we first see Olaf. His arm's off. He's just putting it right back on. It's like, all right.
I'm sold.
Glad to see his
a
humor.
lot of the graphical detail in Kingdom Hearts 3, from what they've shown off, is really nice.
I think it's a step up from the at least the 3DS of.
It's almost as if it's on another system.
It's definitely got a lot more improvements done to it.
It has gotten a lot of improvements.
It's almost as if it's on a. It's almost as if it's on a console again.
I'd honestly say now, if they put maybe a couple more years into it, with some polishing, maybe do some more couple of graphical upgrades, we could probably see almost Pixar quality and animations and stuff.
I'm fine with not.
Once again,
that.
have you not seen the Pirates of the Caribbean world?
No, no.
That shit looks literally one by one simulator.
And it sounds like either they got a really, really good impersonator, or they actually got Johnny Depp to voice Jack this time.
Would be interesting.
I believe they got a impersonator for him.
Probably did, because Johnny Depp is one of those big celebrities, and I don't find that.
And he would probably cost a fortune, and this is like, no, you're not getting that. We're not giving you that much big of a budget no more.
No.
You can have your original voice actors from Hercules and stuff.
But I mean, a lot of them were in one, which is still surprising. But
yeah.
Yep. So. Who wants to start off the elephant in the room?
Oh, I mean the fact that Aqua may or may not be turned. Xehanort did?
That ticked me off to no end.
That just
poor girl. But they've already put her in the darkness of dark flipping. They put her down there in Birth by a Slave. In the demo, we have seen that she has been conversing in that for 10 flipping years.
Yeah, 0.2, we were like, okay, we put it in. All right, sweet. Why is she sleeping? Well, now she's going down. Well, great. We're going to rescue her. Okay. Now I see this. Are we not going to rescue her? Is that what I'm saying? Because then that would
that have come up from it. Oh, goodness.
Because that would explain why we don't see why maybe Sora is so bent on getting Roxas back, is because of that reason.
It might be that, but it also might be that she thinks it's too late once more because she's been in there for 10, 11 years. Has fallen into darkness, because we've never seen a Nortet member completely covered in darkness. None of them have shown that.
No,
at all.
Maybe it's because of her heart being so strong. Maybe Xehanort had to go extra lengths.
She was a Keyblade master before she went in there. You gotta remember that.
Yeah.
I think the darkness has tainted her a little. And she thinks she's too far from saving.
Right. But another thing is they never mentioned Ventus at all. No, Aqua, no one has mentioned Ventus.
The only one that's mentioned Ventus, get which trailer it is, it's when they show that Vanitas is back.
Yeah, Ventus is. That's the only time we've seen Ventus get
Sora says his name. Something that Sora would not know except for Ventus.
And the only reason is because Ventus's heart is in Sora.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
that's another
goes out of his way right after to go. So that's where you're hiding.
Oh, that's interesting.
So that's just like that's where you split it off too.
Which I still find interesting that Ventus was still in Sora's heart along with Roxas. So Sora is carrying 2 other hearts besides his own.
Yeah,
why won't people shut up?
What do you?
I fixed it.
Why did he say that?
I don't fucking know.
Do you want to say something, Scarlett?
Yes. More like, no, that's like how Sora is 99% of the time, hearing Ventus and Roxas. Just,
everybody says he has
why is everyone talking?
I mean, yeah, that's the.
No, he's that one kid from The Shining,
Danny?
or something like that.
So
or the I See Dead People, or like something like that.
Oh, you mean Haley Joel Osment? Who's
Yeah.
also the voice of Sora.
Sora.
Yeah.
Another thing, people say he has an extra heart, which is Kyrie's. That is not true because in Kingdom Hearts 1, he does release his heart. If you have no idea
He
what we're
gives it
talking about,
back.
play the games. Yeah.
Do you
So
think
the
what-
only
do you
hearts
think-
he has is himself, Ventus, and Roxas.
Yeah, and do you think by maybe closer to the closer release date, we're gonna follow each other and we'll finally be able to see maybe Roxas come in?
I'm thinking they might have Roxas in there at the end, maybe. The only thing about Roxas and Ventus that people don't understand is that the only thing that's similar is the appearance. That's it.
That's literally it.
That's literally it. Because he is Sora's nobody.
But there is a theory going on right now that if Aqua is truly Norded, that means Fence is also Norded, which does leave spots open for Roxas, Lee, and Kyrie.
I'm wondering if
Well,
they're gonna
here's the
bring
thing.
Terra back.
Who we have for the 13th Darkness? We've got Master Xehanort himself.
We have essentially most
We
of
have
the organization.
we got Zigbar, Xemnas, Syax, Ansem, Xehanort, Vanitas.
Larcene.
May or may not have Terra. Luxine.
No, Terra was taken over by Xehanort.
Yeah,
so we don't know.
this
We
one.
don't know.
Hang on. That's Xehanort, Zigbar, Xemnas, Ansem, Syax, Vanitas. Luxine, Luxord, the Gambler, Malexia. That
Zigbar.
leaves. I've already named those.
Basically,
Okay.
we got
That
a lot of
leaves.
We have about 10.
Yeah, so we got
51.
3 spots left.
Aqua,
We will-
Ventus, Terra. Or Aqua.
You really have hard on for that theory.
Because it sounds like the most plausible, because it's the most heart-wrenching one.
The only thing, if anybody has played Recoded,
Let's just
towards
have
the
all the
end
new
is that-
Keyblade Masters just murder the old ones.
They're all
No.
dead. Air Crystal's the last
technically
one.
speaking,
I'm talking about Aqua and like killing the old Keyblade wielders like Terra, Ventus, Aqua.
Terra's already technically dead.
Yeah, Terra's. Once
He
you become
needs to
a
die
He
harder.
he became a lingering will. You have to remember that.
Yeah,
And
remember,
then-
essentially what happens is
Well-
once you become a vessel to Xehanort, you are technically dead because your body is no longer your own. You do not, you think something like that. For
Yeah,
your
so-
body is just his now, essentially.
Yeah. And then you have, unfortunately, the only one that survived the whole ordeal was Aqua. Ventus
And-
is in Sora's heart. There's nothing we could do. And we have,
Well, not only in Sora's heart, but his body's also in like the Castle of Oblivion.
oh, that's right.
So it's
the
kind
body
of
that is
like,
decayed.
Where only Aqua knows how to get him back from that place. Like
That
Aqua's
is
only.
sad. But also, didn't his body decay?
No,
His body is okay. He's just an eternal sleeping.
Apparently.
This the only person who
yeah,
can wake him.
it's following Sleeping Beauty logic, where she's not aging while she sleeps.
That is always weird. But yeah, it's the same thing in Birth by Sleep. We're not gonna see like Cinderella. We're not gonna see Sleeping Beauty. We're not seeing Snow White, and I'm okay with that because that was a one done. We didn't really need to see them because they were already kidnapped in one. Their worlds were only explored in Birth by Sleep, and I'm okay with that.
I just
thankful-
seriously think it's gonna be that theory.
Yeah.
I just
We
can't.
don't
Well,
know
I
until
mean,
we
all
get
we
there.
can do is speculate, so we gotta wait till January.
Yeah, we gotta wait until January.
At which point, it's like I'm gonna fall off the face of the planet for 14 to play that game.
So
I
we've
think we
been,
all are.
So we've been talking about everything for 3 hours. Overall, thoughts on E3?
Everyone dies the end.
It was.
Considering this is the first time I've actually bothered to watch an E3 as it was going.
Same.
It's a mixed bag.
It's definitely a mixed bag. There were some really good ones. There was also some really bad ones. There was also some ones that I was like, oh, okay, we could have got a little more out of. But overall, it was an enjoyable experience.
I will say though, apart from like EA and PC gaming, unfortunately, the rest of them they did what they set out to do, and it was amazing. Microsoft did do better this year than previous years, as I.
This was by far Microsoft's best E3,
so far.
just because of the amount of stuff they announced.
And I mean, yes, a lot of them were world premiere. There's not a whole lot of exclusives compared to Sony, but it got.
But I think that
it was
they
interesting.
They had a lot more to show off this year. So like, oh, here's a new console. Here's what you can do with that new console. Here's some Forza stuff for the next 20 hours.
Yeah, no. This time they're not showing off a console. They were showing off nothing but games. They did release some big bombshells. I think Microsoft was the one to announce the release date for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yes, well, technically,
okay
we got the announcement date was actually released in the Orchestra event, where Nomura came out and said, and that's when people found out. That's when Nomura actually came out and stated that he's apologizing for the fact that he has to delay it.
I'm okay with that because he's saying, I'm trying to add the extra polish. I'm okay with that as long as the game doesn't have glitches or have any game-breaking issues.
Right.
I'd rather they take the time and fix it than go the Sonic 06 route.
Yeah, I would.
I don't want something I've grown up with
destroyed.
Absolutely devastated by a game.
I mean, the story we can all admit is a lot of cluster trucks.
You know what that means, Nomura? Rush it. Scarlet, no.
Shut up.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
No, because right after this, he has to start dealing with because he's on a lot of shows now. He's still that 7 remake is still a thing.
He really wanted it to be this year, and I can tell.
I was about to say he can't hear a thing you're saying right now.
Yeah.
Oh, he can't.
No,
nope.
Because you deafed him. Why did you put Alma on AFK?
Because that's what we do.
Knock it off.
Yep.
No.
Let's knock that off. Knock that off. We're still recording. Okay.
So what? A little comedy goes a long way.
Oh
my gosh.
So overall, E3 mixed bag, but my top things were, of course, were Sony, Microsoft, and of course Square a little bit, and Nintendo. EA didn't really catch me at all. Ubisoft did really well. It's just I don't have the money for most of the games they have.
It's just plus the games like okay, Division 2. Beyond Good and Evil 2, okay.
Beyond Good and Evil is one of my biggest things, dude. Don't even.
Another thing is with Beyond Good and Evil 2 is
that game's been waiting for since 2002. So.
And then Division 2 was actually they announced Division 2 well before E3. Like they said, oh yeah, Division 2 is gonna be a thing soon because if you play the first Division, they told you like through an email like, oh yeah, this is gonna be coming out soon. Division 2, be ready.
I didn't get that email. I was okay with that.
Yeah, well, I think it's because I was part of the Ubisoft club. Kind of, I got the email there.
That makes sense. But Ubisoft overall did better than previous years, I think.
Remember, Just Dance 2019 is coming out for the Wii U and the Wii.
Again? Why?
Because some consoles have to stay alive for them, for whatever reason.
The Wii U should be dead.
The Wii U is dead.
But of course, but I'm really, really excited. Square was really pushing Kingdom Hearts 3 this year. They weren't pushing a whole lot on Tomb Raider only because Kingdom Hearts 3 has been the biggest thing that people have been wanting out of them for years.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider was bound to happen. A new game was bound to happen.
We all knew about Tomb Raider because it was leaked out and everything like that, and they posted teaser trailers for it.
And so that's fine. I'm okay with the new Tomb Raider game. It's just Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm glad they really pushed that a lot more because.
I just hope we get one last trailer before, be it at the Gamescom Expo that they do in Germany or whatever.
I think they will give us another trailer. Depending.
They have. It's gonna be like the final trailer, or it's gonna be. Because T23 has already happened, unfortunately, so we can't get much from there.
No.
Maybe they'll do like what they did with 15, where they'll do the last, like a last final premiere event where you can just go in there and see what
a lot of people are so excited. Kingdom Hearts fans are excited. I think we're gonna get some new fans in, but unfortunately, what we have to tell the new fans: play the rest of the games first before you jump in this one.
I can attest that enough. If you do not jump into Kingdom Hearts 3 without playing at least either Dream Drop Distance or 1 and 2 or something like that, because
you have to play them chronologically.
Simply just play Kingdom Hearts 1, then 2, then 3.
They're gonna be
What's the
confused by
harm?
2. They're gonna be confused with 2 because if people did not play
Because you need to play
Chain of
Memories.
which is a little bullcrap. I picked up and put down that game more times than I can count.
Like I kind of understand because how many Kingdom Hearts titles do we have right now? Kingdom Hearts 20.
Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memory.
Kingdom Hearts 1, Chain of Memory, 2,
Kingdom Hearts 3,
3,
Kingdom Hearts 4, Kingdom Hearts
Shut up,
5,
counting.
7, 8, 10, 15,
Okay, we
100.
get it. We get
did it
it.
to myself.
Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2, Recoded, Chain of Memories.
Recoded is one of those ones
358 over 2.
You can skip Recoded.
You could skip Recoded and just have no issues because I mean they do explain a little bit of the datascape in Dream Drop Distance, but then there's like that little log that tells you what it was. It was a game you skip. Yeah, I'm okay with it. The only reason it exists is for the last part of the
it was like, oh yeah, Xehanort's officially back. Now we've got to train Kyrie and Lee to become wielders.
Yeah, and Sora, I think he retook the master exam. I don't know.
That's the reason why he's going to Olympus as Airborne too, because he's like, oh, you fell to darkness, buddy. You lost a lot of things. Which means you lost our drive forms, which means we lost our keyblades. God dang it, Sora.
That was the only reason they're trying to reset him, which is a load of bullcrap if you ask me.
I mean, at least it's better explanation than freaking Samus in Metroid Prime. It's a wall.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like, oh yeah, you fell in the darkness. All the abilities you lost, even the drive forms, even the drive forms.
Oh, flip me.
I spent 20 hours grinding those up though. Too bad.
But we will all admit, biggest thing out of E3 was Kingdom Hearts 3. We got announcement of an Elder Scrolls. We got an announcement for Fallout 76. We got more info on that. We got Beyond Good and Evil 2. We got more info on that, and we had a couple other issues. But I think the biggest one for all of us was Kingdom Hearts 3 and
I
the
think
Monster Hunter World and the 14 crossover. That's us personally, but yes.
Yeah, that's for us who play Final Fantasy 14, which you haven't played. Play it. Very fun.
If you don't have a life,
Don't
do
it. No, just do it.
Don't.
It's a fantastic game.
Don't.
Any final thoughts?
I'm expecting to see
E3 was trash. 0 out of 10.
Shut up, IGN.
Kingdom Hearts.
Too much water. No, wait. Too much Kingdom Hearts.
I'm okay with too much Kingdom Hearts, dang it. I'm okay with that. But I am just glad we finally have a release date and we finally have more info on 3. This is going to be a cluster truck.
It's going to be the biggest, probably the longest wait I've had since Breath of the Wild. When it comes to a game that I've really anticipated.
I think a lot of people who have been playing Kingdom Hearts games since the beginning or have been fans throughout the years are finally getting 3.
Yeah, we're finally going to be able to let the one part of our
childhood
gaming,
conclude.
Childhood conclude. Part of our gaming livelihoods finally get a chapter closed. Only for us to open a new one with Kingdom Hearts 4.
I mean, the story's going to be a little of a cluster truck, but that's just us.
At this point, it's just like, all right, we know Xehanort's a bad guy. He's an old man who's causing trouble. You're a young boy.
By the late Leonard Nimoy.
No, that's right.
Which apparently they said his voice that Xehanort's he got his lines recorded before he passed away. He got all his lines for Xehanort recorded before he unfortunately passed away.
Oh, that's actually interesting.
So we're gonna be hearing that.
Chances are is that at the end it will say in memory of.
I would see that from Square
because they did that with 358 over 2. The original voice actor for Mickey passed away not too long after he was done coding for the game.
That's that. I wonder who did it now.
I mean, thank God Mark Hamill's still alive. Otherwise, we'd have a really. Yeah, because Christopher Lee, unfortunately, passed away. Christopher Lee was Ansem the Wise.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he passed away. I want to say a couple years after. Nah, like maybe after 2, but.
Oh look, the late appearance. Oh wait, done. Zex, get the fuck out.
Sorry, man.
What
Alright, so we're gonna wrap.
You can't make me.
Zexion.
Like hell I can't, fucker.
So we just finished. Sorry, Zexion. You coming in. But thank you guys.
No worries.
We're gonna wrap up E3 here. About 3 hours of talking over everything. We've had people come in and out. That's normal for me anymore. But thank you guys so much for watching or listening to all of us. I really appreciate my guests here who are even our last minute guests. I really appreciate you guys for coming in and enjoying these talks. Yes, we were a little biased in it, but that's just our personal opinions.
Yeah, remember, these are all personal opinions of ours. If you don't like it,
we're all fucking biased here.
Especially Scarlet.
That was only because of the one game that has been shown in 3 conferences. That is normal considering.
Not a normal thing, but remember, this is the more we're talking about. I think he said there will be 3 trailers coming out. He said to be prepared for June because June he's going to dump a lot of information on us in June.
I am happy for the block.
Spoils the entire game. Oops.
I wish there was a demo besides the demo. What?
What'd you say, Zexion?
We're ignoring you. Get out.
I swear, Aqua wasn't Norded. Guys, don't tell the spoiler.
We already talked about it though.
I know.
Because it's out on the internet. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, thank you all to my wonderful guests. If they do have YouTube channels, and if I do remember, they will be in the link down below, or their Twitch channels. And I thank you guys so much for watching or listening. Mostly listening, I hope. And we will see you all next time.